Good afternoon. This is Mayor John Haila on March 17th at 4 p.m. Why the day and the time? Well, a lot is changing on an hourly basis with regard to the COVID-19 situation, and I felt compelled to reach out to the Ames citizens and talk to you directly. Over the last few weeks, we have been issuing written press releases, but this situation warrants, in my opinion, a face-to-face conversation. What I'd like to do is just update you what's going on in Ames. Secondly, the governor issued a declaration this morning, and how that affects Ames, and what are some things that you can do to help the community. First of all, here in Ames, we have a tremendous partnership and collaboration with a number of agencies and groups here in the community. They include Mary Reilly Medical Center, McFarland Clinic, Story County Board of Supervisors, Story County Board of Health, ISU, in particular the administration, and Teelan Health Center, Ames and Gilbert Community School District, the City of Nevada, and Keith Morgan with the Story County Emergency Management. Over the last 3, 4, 5 weeks, all these entities have been working together to meet and discuss how to plan for, collaborate with, and work together to help one another to deal with the coming COVID-19 virus. I just can't be prouder to be associated with all of these organizations and groups. There's an amazing amount of commitment and a desire to help one another out as best they can. We as a community are working together to help maintain services to all the residents, to provide necessary services from a healthcare perspective, and to make sure that services that are essential to the proper operation of our community continue to be provided. One of the responsibilities that the City of Ames government has in our efforts is to help reduce the public interaction and possible exposure of individuals to the virus through large group events. Consequently, we had to close down, regrettably, a lot of the community venues and events. As recently as yesterday, a press release was issued by the city, and I'm going to read in part from that, just so you're aware of what the current status of affairs is in the city facilities. As measured from today through May 15th, 2020, Ames Parks and Recreation classes will be canceled. The Ames City Auditorium, Ames Community Center, Ames ISU Ice Arena, the Ames Dog Park, Municipal Pool, and the Ames Public Library will be closed through May 15th. While the Ames Animal Shelter will also be closed for tours and visits starting yesterday through May 15th, animals are available for adoption, and they'll be enlisted online, and residents may call to schedule an adoption appointment. Some of the city-sponsored events, such as the Ames Film Festival brainstorming meeting on March 25th, EcoChat on March 30th, a lecture on April 21st by Chad Pregrackle, and the Eco Fair on April 25th, all have been canceled as well. It's our hope that these could be rescheduled at a future date. As was previously announced in another press release, all tours of city facilities and the use of City Hall meeting rooms by outside groups will be discontinued. We do encourage residents to consider conducting city business online or by phone if possible, rather than coming to City Hall or other city offices. We're trying to protect both you, our Ames residents, as well as our staff members from being exposed to the virus. City board and commission meetings and city council meetings are still planned to be held potentially in person. However, we are actively looking at ways and evaluating options to move some of these to a conference call or video call format. Citizens should expect other changes in services as the city's response to the COVID-19 virus is implemented. We want you to follow information which is disseminated by public health authorities, as well as follow our website. I want to point to our website for a minute and just point out to you that you can easily get to information regarding city services, and we also have some links on our website to specific aspects and information. So for example, we're talking about how we are working collaboratively with our partners to meet this challenge. We have a link to public health resources for residents and businesses, which not only includes links to the Department of Public Health, but also to Iowa State, Mary Greeley Medical Center, and also there's an extremely informative video by our, one of the doctors at McFarland Clinic. Secondly, there's also updates that are posted regarding city services, and currently there are 3 different dates, March 11th, 13th, and 16th, and this is where you'll find updates, the latest updates with respect to changes to city facilities. There's also some descriptions on the City of Ames preparation efforts, as well as other media releases. And as time goes along, there may be other information posted there. We are really focusing on city services on our website. Strongly encourage you to look at the Mary Greeley Medical Center website, McFarland, Department of Public Health, Iowa State, as well as the different school websites to get their specific information, because each entity is taking responsibility for communicating with the general public with the areas that they have specific responsibilities and duties. The other thing that happened this morning was Governor Reynolds issued a public health emergency declaration that does have effect on the City of Ames. Effective today through Tuesday, March 31st, and with this date may be extended by the order of the governor. There are a number of required closures. I'm going to quote directly from her declaration. First of all restaurants and bars must be closed to the general public, except that to the extent permitted by applicable law and in accordance with any recommendations of the Iowa Department of Public Health. Food and beverages may be sold if they are promptly taken from the premises, such as carry-out or drive-through basis, or if the food and beverage is delivered to customers off premises. Secondly, all fitness centers, health clubs, health spas, gyms, and aquatic centers are to be closed. Third, all theaters or performance venues at which live performances or motion pictures are shown. Fourth, mass gatherings. And this is really important from the standpoint that we're trying to promote social distancing and minimize the effect of the virus spreading via large groups. Social, community, spiritual, religious, recreational, leisure, and sporting gatherings and events of more than 10 people are hereby prohibited at all locations and venues, including but not limited to parades, festivals, conventions, and fundraisers. Planned large gatherings and events must be canceled or postponed until after the termination of the disaster. And lastly, all facilities that provide adult day services or other senior citizen center services are also to be closed. We understand this has a profound impact on a number of businesses and other organizations. However, this is something in concert with what we talked about a little previously, that being we're trying to minimize the spread of this virus via large group gatherings. What can you do? There are a number of things, and I just want to say that I am so proud to be an Ames citizen, and I am proud to represent you as your mayor, and we have an amazing community that really does care about one another. So there's some very practical things that you can be doing, and the first is look for ways to help and encourage one another. And here's what happened last night. I got home last night after a long day, lots of meetings, and stuck in my door was this, folded up, and there's some young kids that drew some stick figures mom and dad and a sister and brother. And then they have over here on the right here, pictures of groceries. And I'm going to say, and I'm going to read in part, it says, "Hi neighbors, if we hit a point where you feel uncomfortable leaving your house to pick up groceries, prescriptions, etc., please call us and we would love to help." And that's just a tremendous opportunity and just a way for families to really reach out and care for their neighbors. And secondly, talking to a mother last night on the phone, she indicated she was going to have her kids write handwritten notes, send them in the mail to older people who may be shut in or self-isolating at this point in time, who are members of their faith community. Great ways to look for ways to help and encourage one another. Secondly, please follow public health official recommendations. You've already heard it, you're probably getting tired of hearing it. Wash your hands frequently, cover your cough or your sneeze. Consider social distancing at least 6 feet apart. And then also, if you are sick, please stay home. That is so important. Also consider volunteering. We are currently looking at an important service opportunity that, if on the basis it is developed, we're going to be posting something on our website, so please be attuned to that. But it's a way that we can give back to our community and help get through this challenging situation. Another that I would ask for is please use social media responsibly and also proactively. Seek to think the best of others. Promote what's going on in a positive way. You've probably already seen it on social media of kids playing their cellos for people who are shut-ins, or people taking and giving messages to people. This is a way to really encourage and build community and strengthen the Ames community. I know that there's a lot of uncertainty and apprehension and fear of the unknown. That is completely understandable. I would just encourage you to remain calm and keep yourself informed. Nothing is better to help reduce some of the anxiety is to get the facts. And that's what we are going to endeavor to do and continue to do through news releases and posting on our website. And last but not least, you can appreciate that the governor's declaration really has a profound impact on the people who live in our community and operate businesses. And so I'm going to ask each individual to take a pledge to shop local and support your local businesses now, if possible, but even in the future when this goes through. They're going to have to weather some pretty difficult storms right now, and they're going to need your support. And I know I'm going to be even more vigilant to be supporting our local businesses. There may be times where I issue some more videos to kind of keep you updated. You're free to share. We encourage you to share this to get the word out. But I encourage everyone to be thinking positively. Yes, this is quite a challenge, but there's an old saying that it takes a refiner's fire to purify gold. We're going to have some difficult times ahead of us. Things are going to be changing. You have to anticipate that. The virus is coming, and it's going to be affecting Story County and Ames. But together, I believe that we are much stronger, and we are working together and collaborating with other communities in the Story County area. And so I encourage you to look for ways to encourage one another, to strengthen our community, and make Ames an even better place to live and raise a family.